right? So there's a little box that gets in the way. Press the, yeah. Okay. And then I'm going to mute everybody. Spotlight. Okay. Oops. Okay. All right. So upright seat. Sitting is our first opportunity to align the central channel, top of the crown of the head, straight down through the middle of us, down through the floor of the pelvis. When we have that aligned, we want everything else to be loose and relaxed. There's a quality of chin slightly down, crown slightly up. There's also a quality of back open and coming around, right? So there's a round quality rather than forcing ourselves to sit like this, which closes all these gates along our back. So allow for this central channel line that's going up the back to be open and coming around to the front. Eyes closed. Let's just take a few moments of breath. Natural rhythm. Don't feel like you need to rush your breath. Don't even really need to change it. Over time, it will probably get larger, more thorough. But really attend to the idea of settling. Settling. The mind settling down, the tissue and energy of the body settling. And as it settles, it arrives in our middle, in our center, which, according to this paradigm of looking at the body, belly button is here, lower back here. The place between those two places, so front, back, and right in the middle of those two, in the middle of our body, that's this reservoir or center. So as you sit, eyes closed, and let everything settle, have an idea that it's all settling towards that middle place. Just be here maybe a minute. Letting the body settle, letting the nervous system settle. The eyes are closed, which is that opportunity to pour the awareness in. So you almost gain a sort of X-ray vision of viewing what's going on in your own mind, what's going on in the body. Are there any places that you're tense or gripped or in a state that is less ideal than soft, relaxed, loose, and free? Last 20 or 30 seconds here. So think of this practice that we just did as your minimum daily practice, right? If you're interested in having a practice in your life, Sometimes it's difficult to think about, oh, I'm going to spend an hour doing something, right? On your own. But you can definitely find 2 minutes or 5 minutes where you're just sitting, breathing, checking in with the body, making little adjustments, and settling the nervous system. So the brain, body, nervous system settles and you find yourself a little more centered, right? So consider adding that to your daily, doesn't matter when, you could have a cup of tea, have some music on, but your intention is to bring all of your layers from your consciousness to your electrical system to your tissue and muscle and fluids, bring all of it into a state of one connection, right? Now, our next phase of the practice is joint mobilization. So hands on your thighs. As the hands slide forward and past the knees, drop the head and just gently round the back. Then slide the hands back, pull the elbows back, look up and squeeze shoulder blades a little towards each other. Slide hands forward, drop the head and round the back. Slide hands back, pull elbows back, look up. Do that a few more times. We're getting the movement of all 24 vertebra joints in the spine. We're moving our shoulder blades into what's called retraction and protraction. We're getting the elbow joint to bend and straighten. We're getting the wrist joint to fold and round. And we're moving the skull, the head. We're also tipping and tilting our pelvis. So there's a lot happening with just this simple gesture that helps to loosen up our stuck areas. The next time you arch the back and lift up and look up, then settle back to the middle between those two, and we do rotation. Left hand slides forward and past the knee. Right hand and elbow pull back. So as you do that, turn the shoulders and head to the right. Then switch. Right hand goes forward, left hand and elbow come back, turn to the left. And then switch again. So now we're just rotating, gently easing our way through this movement. Working on staying relaxed in the midst of movement. Noticing that you don't have to engage a whole bunch of extra activity, which is a big thing with Parkinson's, is when you're about to do something and then the whole body gets all agitated and starts to kind of become an obstacle. One of the main ways to adjust that is to relax and move a little more deliberately and a little more simply. So we're practicing that in these movements. Now come back to the middle. Arms hang by your side. Now we lean sideways, almost like you're falling asleep and about to fall out of your chair, and then come back to the middle. And then like you're falling asleep, tipping over to the right, or to the left, sorry. As you tip to the right, imagine you're going to try to touch the floor with your right fingers and lift the left wrist like it's floating, like it's got a little marionette string. And then switch. And switch. So we're also changing weight into one buttock and then into the other. This is a movement we are going to do standing up as well, and we're going to do it changing leg to leg, but here we're doing it changing buttock to buttock. And let's come back to the middle, pausing here in the middle. Now, right shoulder, shrug it up to your ear. So this is called shoulder blade elevation. And then depression. Left shoulder blade elevation, all the way up, and then depression. Right shoulder, and down. Left shoulder. And down. Both shoulders at the same time. Shrug up. Melt down. Shrug up. Melt. Two more. One of the key bits to this is the active phase. We're doing something, but this is the most important phase, the letting go, completely releasing. So try not to get caught somewhere here on the way down. Make sure you completely get to the bottom and then completely go to the top and then completely down to the bottom. All right. Now the shoulder blades also can do what's called protraction and retraction. So shoulders forward. Notice how it looks like I'm lifting them, but I'm not. I'm going forward, right? And then shoulders to neutral, and then back, like you're cracking a walnut between your shoulder blades. Back. Neutral. Shoulder blades spread apart. When you do this, the chest has to kind of hollow back, and then neutral. Everything's in the middle. And then shoulder blades squeeze back towards each other. The chest has to lift a little bit. And then back to neutral. Let's do one more of those. Protraction, or forward. Neutral. Retraction, shoulder blades back. And neutral. Now, forward. Stay forward as you go up with the shoulders. Stay up as you go back and crack that walnut. Stay back as you slide the shoulders down the back and return to neutral. Forward. Stay forward as you go up. Stay up as you go back. Stay back as you come down. Notice this is a circle. So now, once you see that circle, then just start to ride that circle. Forward and up. Back and down. Forward and up. Back and down. One more. Forward and up. Back, down. Now, can we reverse that circle? Back, stay back as you go up. Stay up as you come forward. Stay forward as you go down. Stay down as you come back, up, forward, down. Back, up, forward, down. Back, up. Last one. Forward and down. Neutral. Everything's loose and hanging, as loose as it can be. Now, like pendulums, swing forward, swing back. Add a little bit of rock, so you kind of lean forward, lean back. Lean forward, lean back. Now, the next time you've come forward, stay forward as you go out. Then go around the circle back and in. Rock forward, swing forward, go around the circle, back. Forward, around, in. So this is level 1. We're staying very low with the hands. Now we go level 2, where the hands go forward and a little bit up. And then they stay flat as they go out and around and slightly behind and down. Forward and up. Out and back. Forward and up. Out and back. Now level 3, where we not only go forward and up, but we keep going up as we go over. So now you make a nice circle. And you just make it to whatever size feels good to you. One more. So this is one direction that we've done 3 levels. Now let's do the other direction. So now rock back and go back to level 1. Out and around to the front. Swing back. Out and around to the front. Swing back. Level 2. So we come back and up a little and slide across flat. Fall down, through. Slide across flat, through. Level 3, where we're coming up, we keep going up and over. So we're rocking back, forward, back, forward. Loose as can be. Everything's about looseness, ease, roundness, softness, and finish. Bend both elbows and bring the hands up to touch the shoulder. Both hands. Then take the hands out in front, turn the palms to face each other, and you throw and up. Throw, up, throw, up, throw, up, throw, up. One more. Now keep your hands here, bring your elbows right in alongside you. Wing them out and up, elbows out and up. Down, and then around in front to try to touch the elbows and forearms. Down, out and up, down, in, down, out and up, down, in. Down. Now, back, back, down, forward. Hands go past your ears, so now they're on your back as you go elbows up. Elbows forward, elbows down, elbows back. Elbows down, elbows forward, elbows up. Trace that path a few more times. Elbows down by your side, elbows flare out to wings, palms face the floor, one hand above, one hand below. Hug. Give yourself a hug. Wrap your hands onto your body. And then release that. Elbows straight out to the side of the room. Other hand above, other hand below. Closing the front. Crawl the hands around. Try to give a nice strong hug. And then out. Switch. Open. Close. Open. Close. Open. Elbows come down. Arms out in front. Turn palms down. Up. Down. Up. So how this movement is happening is just the two bones in the forearm pronating and supinating, right? palms face up, keep them here. Open the hands away from each other. The way this movement is happening is external rotation in the shoulder joint. And then bring it back to neutral. Now from here, the elbows flare away from the body and the pinkies come in to touch the body. How this is happening is internal rotation of the arm bone at the shoulder socket. Neutral, external. Neutral, internal. So be able to command from your nervous system out to your body that this movement occur at the correct joint. So there's really nothing changing anywhere through the arm, at the elbow, the wrist, the hand, nothing is changing. It's just at the socket. And you also may notice that this movement induces what you can see in the torso, a sort of folding and a closing when I'm here, and a buoyant opening when I'm here. So that's another piece of Qigong movements, is that they're trying to induce certain body mechanics that for many people have become frozen and stuck, which leads to pain, which leads to stagnation, low energy, bad lymphatic flow, stuck nervous system. So we're inducing this sort of gentle movement through the body. Now hold here when you're open. You're going to close the left side to the right side, one closed, and then open from that side to here. Close, open, up over the rainbow. One more of each. And step your feet a little wider, have a little more space between your legs. Both arms come up, over, and cross, one wrist above the other. Turn the palms to face down and bring both arms down between the legs and let them split apart. Notice that this should be internally rotated arms, closed and folded in the torso. Then cross, come up in the crossed position, and then from here, as you open and let everything settle back to that starting position, everything's kind of different here in the torso. Up and over, switch which hand is crossing above. Turn the palms down, let the hands fall through the middle and separate. You're in this closed position. Cross, rise, roll, open position. Up over, roll it over the top and down, cross, again, one more of each. And bring back to neutral. Wrists. Fold. Down through, point forward. Turn palms up. Lead from the pinky side. Fold. Right? And so we're leading through okay. Round, whole movement. And under, over the top, spin. Lead from the thumb side. and spread, gather, spread, gather, spread, gather, spread, gather. One more, spread and hold. Now claw into a soft fist, open, claw into a soft fist, open. Two more. And the bird beak, thumb to pinky, other three fingers drop on top. Open, thumb to pinky, other three drop on top. Open. As you do bird beak, bend the wrist and drop so that it's folded like so. Open and bend the wrist back like you're holding a basketball getting ready to shoot. Fold, bird beak. Unfold, wrist bend back. One more. And shake. Scoot back in your chair so that you're very stable in it. Legs. Chamber, meaning pull the knee up, pull the heel to the butt. Push. Chamber, down. Chamber, push. Chamber, down. Continue. Chamber, push, chamber, down. Chamber and push, chamber, down. One more of each. And right leg extend, point, flex, point, flex. Couple more. Then invert a little bit in with the foot, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Circles, in and point, out and flex. Continue in that direction for a few. Switch directions, out and around. And down. Other leg, float it, point, flex, a few times. Invert, evert, that's that little slight inward movement, outward movement at the ankle joint. Then inward circles, in and point, out and flex. Circle. Reverse, out, point, in, flex. Circle. And down. Scoot forward on your chair, all the way to the front edge. Legs at hip distance. Swivel steps. Lift the ball. First, actually, let's do our lift ball, lift heel. So left foot, lift the ball, the foot off the ground, place it back down, lift the heel off the ground, place it down. Ball of foot, heel. Ball of foot, heel. Heel. And switch feet. Right ball of foot, right heel. Ball of foot and heel. One more. Now both at the same time, balls of feet, heels. Balls of feet, heels. Balls of feet and heels. heels. Good. Now, left leg, lift the ball of the foot and turn on the heel so the knee and toes point out. Lift the heel, turn on the ball of the foot, the knee and the knee points in, the heel goes out. Lift the toes, go out again, so now we're a little wider. Lift the heel, turn inward, internal, as the heel goes out, internal rotation. And then finally, lift the toe, external. And let's walk it back in. Toes in, knee in, heel in, knee out. Toes in, knee in, heel in, knee out, and neutral, the swivel step. External rotation from hip, toe out. Internal rotation, heel out. External, toe out. Internal, heel out. One more. Out. And then internal, external, internal, external. One more time. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And walk it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Neutral. Other leg. Turn it out. Then heel goes out, knee comes in. Toe out, knee out. Heel out, knee in. Final time, toe out, knee out. This should be your maximum, thereabouts. And then walk it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and neutral. Walk it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and open. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open. And in, 2, 3, 4, and neutral. Now both legs, it'll just be 3. 1, opening both. 2, heels out, knees in. 3, opening, and then bring it in. 1, 2, 3. Let's do that twice more. 1, 2, 3. And in, 2, 3. One more time. And we're back to neutral. Hands on thighs. Hinge. Forward at the hips. Bowing forward. Sitting upright. Leaning back. Sitting upright. Notice essentially the only thing that's actually moving or changing its relationship is the ball and socket joint in the hips where the leg bones meet. The legs are staying stable. The pelvis is folding over and folding back and unfolding back. The spine isn't even really changing. It's just along for the ride. So the power of moving from the correct place is that you can make a large change in your position with just a very precise movement, right? So now let's stay sitting upright, and we're going to stand up and sit down using that exact little skill. But first, slide the feet back a little bit. So now this is an acute angle, a smaller angle at the knee joint, rather than when we're sitting meditating, this is about a 90. But when you're getting ready to stand up, first thing is slide the feet back a little. Then do that same fold. Fold to the point where your head is almost going past your knees. It is going past your knees. And then go forward and then rise up. Sitting down, same thing. First, fold at the hips. So you make this fold happen. Then you stick your butt behind your heels and sink the butt to the chair. And then you sit vertical. So this is the robotic version, the square version. Folding a lot till your shoulders and head and arms are past your ankles. Go forward, then push through the earth and rise. On the way down, same square version, making sort of sharp angle at the hips, and then sinking, and then sitting up. Now, to make it a little more round or flow a little better, you'll only do the amount of forward as is needed to have you rise up, but it should still have that same kind of effortless quality. Same thing when sitting down. You only send the tail back the amount needed to get you to your chair, but it still has to have that float, that slide, that ease. So we're not efforting up, we're actually floating, sliding, easing our way through movement. Now let's do the squats with the same quality. So now don't sit in your chair. Back, sink as if. Notice your hands get pretty close down to the floor and then push down and rise up. Let's do that 3 more times. Sink. So this is the Tai Chi Squat. It's about softness. It's about sliding and sliding. And letting the joints learn to flow with each other. The tissues flow with each other rather than fight against each other or work really, really hard, right? So now we're standing. Let's do our, I'll turn sideways. You guys can face forward. A little tip forward into your toes. Just a little bit of not falling forward, but letting yourself kind of go that way. And then gently rock back to the middle. And then rock a little extra to your heels. But notice when you rock to your heels, you don't lean the upper body back. You move back from this middle, from the belly button level. And your head and shoulders kind of stay forward. But when we rock forward, we can actually create some of that lean, some of that tilt in the body. And then rock back to the back. But don't tip yourself back. So do this a couple of times. Just find this range, that there's this range, this interior space that you can explore. Add to that. Let the arms swing a little forward and swing a little back with your rocking. To keep the balance, have this idea in your mind of as you rock back, part of your middle stays going forward to counterbalance. And then as you rock forward, part of that middle stays back, even as you let your arms swing. Rock. Whereas if we don't have that counterbalance idea, which is the idea of having a middle, then we run the risk of falling forward or falling back. But we're trying to keep our middle as we let this movement, this swinging begin to happen. Now, with that feel, then we go into our Qigong movement. Rock back, the arms swing back and float up to about chest height. Palms face forward. Rock forward into your toes and send the fingertips way out in front, like that. Turn your palms up, rock back to your heels, bend the elbows and bring the hands like you're kind of washing your face, washing that mouth area with the hands. Then rock to the middle. The hands settle down right to the middle, the belly button, right next to your body, right? So you're very close to yourself here. So you came back and down. And then the Tai Chi Squat. Tail back, sink, and let the arms soften all the way long. Push through the earth and stand back up with your arms just dangling by your sides there. And we'll do it again. Rocking back to your heels, arms swing back and up. Rock to your toes, the arms sweep around and forward, palms face up. Rock back, the elbows bend, the hands come in past the mouth. Rock to the middle, the hands settle to the middle at the belly button. Tail goes back, and then we sink and let the arms soften long. Push through the earth, stand up nice and tall. A moment of nothing at all in the middle. Do it again. Rock back, the arms swing back, out and up. Rock forward, the arms cast out forward. Rock back, the hands come back past the mouth. Rock to the middle, the hands settle to the middle. The tail sneaks back and we just slide. And then push through the earth and rise. 2 more. Back and up. Forward and out. Back, inviting in. Rock to the middle and hands settle to the middle. Tail sneaks back, opening up this space known as the courtyard. And you just slide through the courtyard and come back up. Standing. Last one. Back. Up and over. Back. Down to the middle. And through. Rise back up. Shogun, or closing gesture. Wings. Palms face up, fold at the elbows, hands come over top. Settle, 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 hands down, down, down to this middle place, this belly button. Shoulders are relaxed, elbows sunken and heavy, hands soft. Right at the middle here. Take 3 nice long breaths. So David, if I look at your arms, I see this. And what I want to see is this. Softer, right? And then just a soft extension through the hands. So even if there's activity going on, you can allow that activity to happen, but try to get a through quality and extended, but yet not active, right? So there's this sort of middle place of they're not scrunched in, but they're not overly active. They're sort of right in the middle there. So that is middle embrace. And that's also the Tai Chi hand is this quality in the hand. So now let's go to our Tai Chi. Cross hands and settle them down alongside. Rising hands. So it's as if we're painting a wall with the back of the hand rising up. Then on the way down, we start sinking from the shoulder, then the elbow, then the wrist. So this change happens. So now the fingertips are at the top and we come down as if painting with the fingertips. And then there's that change in the arm again, and it's as if we're painting with the back of the hand. So you notice the fingertips are at the bottom here as we come up. And then on the way down, there's a change in all the joint relationships. So the fingertips are the last thing, come all the way down. Forward and up. So it's like a pendulum swinging down, and then it rises. And then the joints all change and sort of like comb down through the space. One more. Rising. Sinking. Now scoop the hands in front, fingers gently towards each other. This is called low cradle. Same exact quality, rising up, the wrists are folded, fingertips are sunk like so. And then there's that change in the arm so that the fingertips are the last thing to come down. This is the crane flapping its wing. And then we get into that low cradle. Rise. Joints change. Sink. Rise. Sink. Rise. Opening all the interior spaces. Sink. One more. Embracing the moon. Wings. Right hand turns palm up. As it comes over top, the left hand sweeps under. They meet at the center line, high, low. Then they sink and rise simultaneously. They rise and sink simultaneously and go around, out to the wings. Left palm turns up, up and over, down and under. Rise and sink. Sink and rise. Around the wheel. Under, over. Middle. Just a couple more times. Noticing the brain state you have to be in that is both relaxed but attentive in order to control these asymmetrical movements and keep them coordinated. Keep them both within your attention. There's a sort of meditative frequency that you have to get to in your brain. And that's what Tai Chi helps us master, is this state. And I believe that that can be very useful. Let's go ahead down to dealing with Parkinson's. Hands come up in front. Turn the palms forwardish. And notice they're sort of coiled in like springs, and then push. The hands come around the backside, draw. Let the elbows go behind the body. Turn the palms over, right, like that. Push, draw. Push as if all you needed to do is touch with the fingertips to cause something to be pushed. Soft, very attentive and sensitive palms, listening with the body. So softness is what allows us to be able to be attentive to the nuances of change in our own body, as well as if we were doing push hands in Tai Chi to another person's. Now, just the left hand, turn palm and push. Now, as the left palm turns to face the body, the right palm turns to face push, and then it's one draw, one push. Palms change, and then one draw, one push. So separate that at first. Just the palm change. Just that change. And then draw, push. Palm change. Draw, push. And then you can blend that so it's changing palms as they push. Changing palms as they push. We're just polishing the brain and body relationship. And both hands back, down, shogun. This is that closing, settling, centering. Hands cross and come down. Now, lower body, we add. Change the weight to your right leg. Left leg should be empty. And then change the weight to your left leg so that the right foot is empty. And do it passively, just by letting yourself go over there and letting yourself go over there. It's like liquid, fluid. Now, from the navel, from the belly button, from the middle, as you shift to the right leg, turn the navel 2 to 3 or to 5 degrees to the right. Keep it turned to the right as you change to the left leg. And just do like 2 degrees, 3 degrees. Don't overturn, but turn now 2, 3 degrees to the left. Stay turned to the left as you shift, and then secondarily turn. Stay turned as you shift, and then you turn. Let your arms, like big bear paws in the stream, begin to swing with the movement by being loose and looser still with each round. Now bring into your attention, as we just keep that quality of shift and turn, these 2 specific hand positions. One, this hand is brush knee. So as you shift, turn, that does brush knee. And then this one is sweep the leg. And then they change jobs. That one turns over right hand turns over so that it's ready for brush knee and sweep the leg. So you turn so that both palms are facing the same direction. Brush and sweep. Brush and sweep. Now, start to let it be a little looser, meaning you let the arms start to travel a little more through space by being looser at the chest and shoulders and back. This will become, instead of the bear washing paws, now the bear swirls the stream. So the hand goes around and comes in close. And then it brushes knee across as the other hand goes around and comes in close. Around, comes in close. Brush knee and swirl the stream. As you loosen and become more and more buoyant, then that lifted arm or that swirling arm will lift a little and become the bear snatches the low jumping fish and falls back into the water as the other hand snatches that fish. The bear movements are lumbering, sort of clumsy. Go ahead for the middle jumping fish. The arm rises a little higher. With each round, can it be executed with less effort? That doesn't mean the movement gets smaller. However, in fact, the looser we are, the movements can actually become larger. Let's go for the high jumping fish. Up, over, over, over. So again, these sort of clumsy, cumbersome movements become a little more sophisticated here. Let's stay in the right leg and bring the right arm up like a wing. Left hand settles into the water. Turn, right palm up and just fold at the elbow, right to here. Now, remember, push. So shift left, turn left, brush knee, and push. Push. Then right hand comes down, left hand rises, roll, and bend the elbow and fold. So that's the sophistication here. So make sure your right hand is to the left side of your body and that you're still in your left leg. Make sure you're still in your left leg. There you go. So that we have somewhere to go. Shift into the right leg and turn the body, brush knee, and push. So now you're in your right leg. Stay in your right leg the whole time as you get your hands ready. And then we go shift, turn, brush knee down low, push up top. The hands change. You stay in that left leg, set up the hands, shifting, turning, brush and push. Hands change. Shift and turn and brush and push and blend it together so it starts to have no speed bumps. So that it's one unbroken, as if, like they say in the Taoist sort of poetic imagery, like reeling silk. Why that's a technical idea is that if you go to reel silk from the cocoon, if you pull too fast, it tears. But also, even more interestingly, if you start pulling correctly and then stop and then start again, it tears. So this visual idea of an unbroken, no rush, blending, threading your awareness through the body, and just think of it from the nervous system level. Soft, calm, and yet you're doing something, you're making your body move through space, but in a very calm way. Now, the next time you're in your left leg, stay there. Right foot is empty. You're going to bring that right foot behind you just a little bit with the toes turned out at 5 or 10 or 15 degrees. Change your weight now into your right leg and give all your body weight through that leg so your left foot becomes empty. Right hand sinks, bend left elbow, point to the ceiling. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see the relationship here, like this. So this foot is empty, toe is touching the floor. Golden Rooster stands on one leg. Now bring the empty foot to match the full foot, but don't put any weight in it. So you step it back, toes are turned out, so your duck foot. Then shift your weight into the left leg. As you do that, left hand sinks, right elbow bends, pointing fingers up at the sky. And bring the right foot out to touch out in front. Golden Rooster stands on one leg. Let's do it again. So you step the foot back, nothing changes. So you step the right foot into position, there's no weight in it, and it's just ready. Now, simultaneously, shift the weight to the right leg, right hand sinks, bend left elbow, and step that empty left foot out to touch the toe. Bring the left foot back, nothing changes. Everything changes. Shift, left hand down, right hand up, and right foot floats out. Step back, nothing changes. Everything changes. Shift and change the hands and foot. One more. Now, stay in this position. Again, I'll turn sideways. Now, by sitting this empty hip, lift and lower. This is where if you had a little countertop or a chair, put your hand on it if this was a problem. Over time, though, you want to be able to get this so empty that it can lift and lower without disturbing the teacup that's sitting on your head. Golden Rooster. Now, as you bring this foot down, step it into that duck foot position. Change the weight, changing sides, set up to Golden Rooster, and then let's do the little lift and lower. Lift and lower. So if I had weight in my leg, then to get it up, I would have to be throwing myself back like this, spilling tea everywhere. So this challenges you to really find, is this empty? Is this full? Are you well aligned? Now let's do this flowing. So bring that left foot down in duck foot position. Change the weight and go right into the lift. Put the right foot down, nothing changes. Everything changes. Shift and hand down and left side lifts. Left foot down, nothing changes. You don't put any weight in it. Then change the weight and hands and knee. Foot comes down, nothing changes. Everything changes. Foot down, nothing changes. Everything. One more. And wash your paws. Now, the next time you shift to your left leg, stay there. Right hand sweeps the lake, turns into vapor, and rises up. Cloud, lake. Shift to the right leg, turn, cloud, lake. And then rain, cloud rains down, vapor rises up. Shift left, turn left, cloud, lake, vapor, rain. Shift and turn and cloud, lake, vapor, rain. Cloud, lake, vapor, and rain. Continue. Two more to each side. polishing. So yes, we're repeating something, right? But if every round you understand that you could do it with a little less effort, a little more ease, a little softer, a little smoother, perhaps a little more with this middle part of you being the main moving part, right? Then you're repeating something, but it's not just redundant each time. Each time is an opportunity. Last one. Now, let that top hand come down. Wash your paws back to the middle. And then we're going to finish with something somewhat new, Zhang Zhuan, which is standing as if you are a tree. So widen the stance just a touch, not too much. Tail sinks a little bit, like you're sitting on a very high bar stool. So think of it like you're just sitting on an extremely high bar stool. So you're not sitting really low. You're just kind of slightly creating an opening here, and the leg muscles are all working, right? And then we bring the hands, fingertips softly relating to each other, up in front and make a big hoop, a big round circle. So notice I'm not doing a bunch of this. I'm also not this. It's like an inflated, you're inflating the balloon. So taking this shape and then not using what they call Li, which is tension-based gripping strength to keep you here. So you're softening, you're letting out the joints of the feet, ankles, knees, hips, all the vertebrae of the spine. The chin is slightly down, crown is slightly up. So remember I talked in the beginning meditation, the central channel, and then the channel that goes from the perineum up the back and over the top. The body wants to be opening in a round sort of way, around. And so when we're standing here, we're sort of inducing that or allowing for that. So chin is down, crown is up, tail is not tucked, but down, straight down through, and maybe it has a little under curl that's happening. Right? And so this is a very round shape, Zhang Zhuan, and we'll just be here for a final 30 seconds. Sometimes they'll hold this for 20 minutes straight. And what that does is it reveals where's your Li, where is your tension strength that you need to melt, soften, and relax. And also, when you drop that tension strength away, it reveals the underlying soft, supple song. So last little bit that will be here, when you encounter achy, take the edge off. Take the edge off. Maybe the arms out here is too much, and here's okay. So find the exact place where you can actually feel softness, but you don't bail completely out of the exercise. And then you just, it's like lifting weights for your chi. And we'll just be here the final 25 seconds or so. Have a subtle quality of extending through the fingertips, straightening through the hands, fingertips, as if the fingertips are touching. Soft breath. Final 5 seconds, just try to melt out any last little bits of unnecessary activity. And then let the hands fall. Shogong, wing, roll, fold over the top, and this is our closing gesture to finish the practice. Settle, 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 all the way down to your middle, and then seal the practice. Center of palm over the navel, other center of palm over that center palm in the back. Shoulders relaxed, elbows relaxed. and the Taoist bow. Grab the thumb, fold over the top, little yin yang symbol there. Thank you, everybody. Have a comfortable seat. Take a chill pill. If there are any questions, feel free.